Once upon a quiet moment, imagine you are standing at the edge of the most beautiful garden you have ever seen. The air feels warm and safe. Birds are singing happy songs, and everything feels just right. Now lean in close, because this story is not just about a garden long ago. It is about choices, trust, and God's big love for you and me. Stay with me, because this story has a gentle surprise that can help our hearts today. Our today's topic is Adam and Eve in the garden. What we will learn today is how listening to God keeps us safe, how trust matters, and how even when mistakes happen, God's love never runs away. Welcome, friends, to Kids Bible, a place where God's stories come alive for kids and parents. If you enjoy Bible stories that feel like bedtime tales and help your heart grow, remember to like this video and subscribe to Kids Bible so you never miss a new story. Now, let's step softly into God's garden. In the very beginning, before cities, before cars, before schools and playgrounds, God made the world. He made the bright blue sky, the deep oceans, the tall mountains, and the tiny ants crawling on the ground. And when God made everything, He looked at it and said, "This is very good." God was happy because His creation was full of life and love. Then God made a special garden called Eden. This garden was more beautiful than any park you have ever seen. Trees grew with juicy fruit in every color you can imagine. Rivers flowed gently, making soft, splashing sounds. Flowers bloomed everywhere, filling the air with sweet smells. Animals lived peacefully together. No one was scared. No one was hurt. Everything was calm and joyful. God placed the first man, Adam, in this garden. Adam was not lonely for long, because God made Eve to be his helper and friend. Adam and Eve lived together in the garden, walking with God, talking with Him, and enjoying His friendship. They did not worry about food, clothes, or danger. God took care of everything they needed. This was God's love, surrounding them every single day. God gave Adam and Eve one simple rule. He said they could eat from every tree in the garden except one. This tree was called the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God warned them that eating from that tree would bring harm. God was not trying to be mean or tricky. He was protecting them, just like parents protect their children from things that can hurt them. Think about a time when a grown-up told you not to touch something hot or sharp. They were not trying to ruin your fun. They were trying to keep you safe. That is what God was doing for Adam and Eve. Obedience was a way for them to show trust in God's love. Every day in the garden felt peaceful. Adam named the animals, and Eve helped care for the garden. They laughed, explored, and enjoyed the world God made. But one day, something sneaky happened. A serpent, who was very clever, came near Eve. The serpent began to ask questions, not to help, but to confuse. Did God really say you can't eat from that tree? The serpent asked. Eve explained God's rule, but the serpent twisted the truth. He made it sound like God was hiding something good from them. He planted a tiny seed of doubt in Eve's heart. This is important, friends. Sometimes wrong choices start with small doubts. A little thought like, maybe I know better, or just this once won't hurt. The serpent made disobedience sound exciting and harmless, but it was not. Eve looked at the fruit. It looked tasty. It looked beautiful. She forgot God's warning and trusted her own feelings instead. She took a bite and gave some to Adam, who also chose to eat. In that moment, everything changed. Adam and Eve suddenly felt something new. They felt shame. They felt fear. They realized they had disobeyed God. The joy they once felt was replaced with worry. When they heard God walking in the garden, they hid. For the first time, they were afraid of the one who loved them most. God called out, "Where are you?" Not because he didn't know, but because he wanted them to come back to him. God listened as Adam and Eve explained what they had done. They made excuses and blamed others, but God knew the truth. There were consequences for their choice. The garden would no longer be their home. Life would become harder. But listen closely, because this part is very important. God did not stop loving them. Even after their mistake, God showed care. He made clothes for them and promised that one day he would fix what was broken. This shows us something beautiful. God's love is bigger than our mistakes. Obedience keeps us close to God. But when we mess up, God invites us back with forgiveness. Adam and Eve had to leave the garden, but God never left them. He stayed with them, guiding their family and the world forward. Their story teaches us to trust God, even when we don't understand everything. Now, let's think about us today. Sometimes God asks us to obey through our parents, teachers, and His Word. The Bible, it might be hard to listen when we want our own way. But obedience is not about fear. It is about love and trust. Imagine a child crossing a busy street. If they run ahead without holding a parent's hand, they could get hurt. But holding hands keeps them safe. God's rules are like that helping hand. They guide us toward life and peace. Throughout the Bible, God teaches that obedience leads to blessings. Jesus himself obeyed God with courage and trust, even when it was hard. He showed us that love means choosing what is right. As we grow, we will face choices every day. Some choices will feel easy, others will feel tricky, like the fruit in the garden. When that happens, remember Adam and Eve. Remember that God's way is always rooted in love. Before we finish, I want to ask you something. Have you ever made a wrong choice and felt sorry after? That feeling is your heart learning. God uses those moments to teach us and help us grow stronger. If this story helped you think about your choices, you can share this video with a friend or family member. You can also leave a comment and tell us what you learned today. Kids Bible loves hearing from you. Now, let's end with one clear lesson. The moral of today's story is this: trusting and obeying God keeps our hearts safe. And when we make mistakes, God is always ready to forgive us. Let us say a short prayer together. Dear God, thank you for loving us so much. Help us to listen and obey, even when it feels hard. When we make mistakes, help us remember that you forgive us and guide us back to you. Please help our hearts grow kind, brave, and trusting every day. Amen. Thank you for spending this time with Kids Bible. Rest your heart in God's love, and remember, He is always near.